So, along with the blood test I had recently, I also had my pulse rate checked, which I don't really do that very often myself, but I also found this chart, and I am in the 36 to 45-year-old range, which is the third one down there, and I am actually around 60 beats per minute, so excellent range. I remember being in I was about 20, and I also had 60 beats per minute. So, very cool. And if you want to see the rest of that, you could check out one of my more recent health journey videos. That's what it's in. Okay, so this is a Mimosa Pudica update. I have not used it too often recently, just because I've kind of reached a point where it doesn't seem to be effective anymore. And yeah, I'm still battling some, I really feel like it's pretty much just the large one that I've been dealing with. The zapper still works because I can move that all around on my stomach and feel where it may be feeding, I guess. My wife always says how she hates it when I talk and use that terminology with this parasite, but that's what it's doing. So anyways, this is what I did one day when I was very frustrated with dealing with this parasite problem. I only have so much of the Mimosa Pudica, and I'm guessing it was around, let's say 20 or 30 grams of the powder. And so just being so frustrated, I was like, all right, I'm going to take a spoonful of this every 20 minutes. And I ended up doing that for about 3 hours-ish. And let me tell you, first of all, if you have problems swallowing, don't ever try that. If you have any problem swallowing, because that is quite the task. And so I did that. Tried to drink as much water as I could, and there was a while where it just didn't go down all that well. It went down fine, I mean, really, but towards the end of the period, the 3-hour period, I ended up feeling quite nauseated. A little bit like gassiness and bloating, but it really wasn't either one of those. It was just a little bit of gut rot is the only thing I can notice, like compare it to or say how I was feeling. And then later that evening, I was laying in bed in discomfort, and I ended up throwing up. And it was crazy because they called this stuff the gut scrubber, and when I threw up, which I had been fasting the whole time. I didn't eat anything for more than 24 hours before taking this. But when I threw up, it, in my digestive system, it brought up a bunch of grease. Like, seriously, just from my digestive system. And I was pretty shocked that it was able to just grab a hold of that stuff and pull it right up. So anyways, there's Buddy talking, but anyways, so the next day I had considered that this most likely would need some type of enema to get things moving, so I did a coffee enema to assist and aid in releasing because I took so much of it, right? And as I let it all go, it was a challenge to get it all out too. So when I was in the middle of relieving myself, this is the TMI portion. You might want to skip ahead a couple 30 seconds or something, maybe, or 10 seconds. But the thing is, I had to grab a wet wipe, basically, you know, as an adult with kids, you use wet wipes for pretty much everything, right? But anyways, I had to use a wet wipe to grab this long chunk of Mimosa Pudica and to pick it up, or to pull it out. I mean, and that was a bit of mind-blowing experience, I guess. Never done anything like that myself before. Man, I thought, man, what if this is the large one, but it ended up not being the large one. But anyways, with that, I just wanted to tell you guys, you probably don't want to do that much Mimosa Pudica, especially not if you're not doing colon cleansing with other liquids and stuff. So I just really wanted to give you guys that Mimosa Pudica update, and it reminds me of one time that I had a cat who ate something that was on a string, and then the string and a turd was hanging out of the cat's butt. And so I also then had some type of paper towel that I grabbed the string and then took it out of the cat's butt, and the cat turned and looked at me and was like, "What the heck was that?" And yeah, I guess that's a prime example of you reap what you sow there, in a way. So anyways, guys, stay healthy. I just want to share that Mimosa Pudica update and a little bit about the heart rate. And somebody else has something else to say real quick. Say it.